On this week's breaking news, LEGO is teasing an addition to the Mario Kart line. Zelda steps up for the final battle, and some new awards for LEGO at the Toy Fair. All that and much more on this week's breaking news. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brick, my newest venture into the A4 merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brick brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore A-fool or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brick page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brickwear, where the style meets the nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends. Hey everybody, welcome back to Break. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFOs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning in. If it's your first time, welcome. Let's all be friends. If it's your 1700th time, which that's not how many episodes I've had, but I've had quite a few, welcome back, and let's dive into some of the best LEGO news. But first, we'll talk about the admin. I have been sorting my sets, and well, there's quite a stack here that is going to need to get sold. And a lot of the sets that I bought, I'm not going to build. And I don't feel like breaking them into pieces, because then that money can help me buy more LEGO sets, the ones that I actually want, which I did go through my LEGO wish list and sort out the ones that I do want. I was lucky enough to pick up a Back to the Future DeLorean at Target. It was like hidden behind some other Speed Champion sets, so that was cool. And I found a paper poly bag of the advanced TIE fighter for Darth Vader, so that was interesting. That I picked it up just because it's part of heritage. I will collect some things that are like newfound things, such as the smart brick eventually. But anyways, that's it on the admin side. At the end of the episode, as I always do, we will be doing a set review. Our first set is going to be set 40713, the Japan postcard, and then our rebrickable set is going to be by Brick Active. It's a DeLorean. So it's not the DeLorean that we know that LEGO sold, but it's very close using some of the pieces, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Also, I do want to shout out my patrons over at Patreon who are supporters of the podcast. They get it early, ad-free, and we get to build a fun community. You can go and join that. There will be a link in the description. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Let's get into this week's first breaking news story. There's been quite a few sets of LEGO has been revealed this week, and one of them is the LEGO Botanical Flower Wall. It's 10503. It's 879. It's 870. No, I said it right the first time. It's 879 pieces, 18 plus, and it'll cost $90, and it'll be available on February 1st. There's quite a few lovely little flowers. They're kind of like on a trellis, and it'll hang on your wall. I guess you could put it on your table as well, but a trellis usually goes upwards. There are a total of 20 flowers on this. 3 big camellias, 3 small camellias, 2 clementines, 3 rhododendrons, 2 fox red roses, 1 hydrangea, 3 cornflowers, 2 mimosa branches, and 2 wax flower branches, and 2 big leaves. And that can be all yours as a 3-dimensional image of, well, a lattice work with some beautiful flowers. Hydrangeas are one of my favorite flowers, and I'm very excited to see these. They have some all in all, I don't think many unique designs to it. I think we've seen all these before, using blades to create some of the other unique, like layered features for the camellilies. There's the eggshells, and then they have some of the newer leaves to create the fox roses that are part of it, and it's FAUX for that. So it's an addition to the Botanical line, and will be coming out this February 1st. A new Speed Champion set, the Audi Revolt F1 vehicle. Now, this is part of the new F1 team for R26 racing, and it'll cost $28. It's going to be available March 1st at 216 pieces. It's pretty much the same design as all the other ones, except, of course, there's those little tweaks that they have based on the design of the car itself. I'm excited to see what they're going to do because there's a whole new redesign for all these cars coming up soon as the 2027 racing is completely different, or 2026 racing. I don't remember which one they've changed up the cars. Maybe it was this year. But of course, there's going to be a shit ton of stickers that you're going to need to put on, and you can add it to your collection of all the newest ones. They're going to be doing one Ford, I think, that has their new one. They're going to do, I think, in 28. So we'll see what it all comes out from and add to the racetrack. Lego has released some education sets, but not just for the classroom. This time, they're calling it Learning from Home sets, and they're all focused around some really intricate ways to, well, learn using Lego. First one is the Moon Mission Science Kit. It's 519 pieces at $50, and they've called it the Launch Kids Critical Thinking Skills with a spaceship, toy, Earth to Moon launch pad, habitat, greenhouses, and 2 astronaut minifigures, and more. So there's I guess a little cantilever part where you can push a lever and it launches the rocket ship up, which is kind of cool. And it has this really fun educational box with a lot of fun, unique artwork on it. The next one is the Arctic Animal Science Kit. It's 461 pieces at $50, and it comes with 2 little penguins, a whale, and 2 minifigures. And it looks like you can try to have the penguins slide down and into a specific slot and adjust it as needed to show interactions, not only for how you can control the movement of the penguin sliding down into a specific target, but then the whale and science and all that stuff. Mars Mission Science Kit, it's 933 pieces at $100, and this one has a rover to it as well as pieces and some launch pad sections, as well as the little capsule that it looks like it has a parachute, so it's how the slow descent to the Martian surface on that. There's the Arctic Animal Science Kit. It's 1,134 pieces at $100, and this has just a lot of animals, some icebergs to it, some forest areas, trees, and a couple minifigures. And you can build a polar bear. It would be nice to have, a regular minifig scaled polar bear, but this is a educational set to continue building. It is interesting to see these educational sets coming to the home, and I think I don't know if they're going to be successful, to be honest, but maybe they will. Who knows? Maybe teachers will just buy them and put them in their classrooms, or this is a great way for kids to learn outside of just having a specialized theme. LEGO's revealed a new animal to add to the collection. We've had the 101 Dalmatian, we've had a cat and a lion cub, and now the Golden Retriever puppy. It's 2,102 pieces, 18 plus, and $140. And you can actually pre-order it, and it'll ship February 1st. And let's just say it's not the best. Now, I get what they were going for. The overall structure of the dog has a lot of ruffles, a lot of different moves to it, because as a puppy, you've got fluffy fur, and I think that's what they were trying to do, make it look kind of fluffy. And if they weren't, then it doesn't really work very well. The ears are kind of floppy, but not as much. The collar's kind of fun, but I still think even the cat is better than this, and I'm not a fan of the cat. And the Dalmatian puppy is even better than that. I think they were just trying to do a little bit more scruffiness to it, because a puppy isn't just completely, flat. So I get what they're going with this. And at $140, that's a pretty good price per piece for that. And for anyone who has a Golden Retriever puppy or wants one and doesn't want to actually, feed, walk, and pick up poop, then this one is for you, just not for me. I think that it's fine. It's not the best that they could have done for another pet that they're building. It's going to be the 40th anniversary of Zelda here soon, and to celebrate, they're creating a new set for the final battle, the Ocarina of Time. This set is set 77093, Ocarina of Time, the final battle. It's 1,003 pieces, 18 plus set at $130, and is available for pre-order, and it'll be coming out on March 1st. Now, this one has our classic Zelda and Link minifigures. Zelda has, she's in her full like robe garb and dress instead of like what we've seen before. And Link is in fighting in action as the giant. Well, it's the final battle from the Ocarina. If you don't know, you don't know because I didn't know. It does have some ruins to it, and Megaton Hammer, as well as Zelda's power, the Master Sword, and Hilden's Shield, and the giant orc, not orc, I guess, pig-like creature is part of it. And the minifigures themselves are pretty fun. And having this as an addition to a lot of people that love Zelda, it's a unique scene, I guess. I don't know. They could have done so many other things. The castle is what I'm expecting them to do here eventually. I'd love to see them do the boats that we have from like the which Zelda was that one? I can't remember, but it's okay for Zelda fans. You might like it. You might think it's like, well, why did they choose this one? Lego Ideas just announced their winner for the challenge for the City Life Creations Design a Street Vendor Challenge, and it was chosen by for Arc Giant 7, the Urban Face Sketcher. Now, what it is a fence that you would see like on a park with a light post and a fall tree, and there's someone painting portraits. They even use ladders to put up other portraits of minifigures like you would see on a street vendor. You walk up, you sit down, and they paint your face. This one is not like the cartoon version. This is an actual just standard painting, and I think it was a good choice. I think it looks just like what you'd find on the street corner, and something that as a street vendor, there's definitely a lot of different things, hot dogs, pretzels, popcorn, what have you. This one I think is very unique and well done. Lego is coming out with a shoe, but this one is a different type of shoe. This is from Crocs. It's going to be $150 and available on February 16th, and it looks like just a giant 2x4 yellow brick. They do have the sport mode slipper piece to it where you can put it on the back and it's folded up. And it seems that it's going to be a multi-year collaboration with Crocs, having Lego make these. I don't know. It's definitely weird. Crocs has just grown drastically. I think I bought stock in it in COVID, and it's only gone up since then, which is kind of a funny thing, for a shoe company. I think collaborations have definitely saved them, and these are very interesting. I don't know who's going to wear them. I would honestly, if they would have had them like Lego feet, I think that would have been cool, or like a boot. But who knows? With year after year collaboration, maybe we'll see something like this in so many other forms and colors. Lego put out a teaser for a new Mario Kart vehicle. We first got Mario and his standard kart, and now it looks like we're getting Luigi in a different kart. This one is going to be blue. It's from Mario Kart 8 kart. So it's got the the taller wheels to it, a blue, more like a bullet structure, I'd say, and likely to cost just about the same. I think it was like almost $200 for the other one. I wonder if they'll come out with a gift with purchase like the blue shell or something else to go with it. But you can, someone needs to motorize both of them, and then you can race them against each other. The Denver Museum of Nature and Sciences has a new exhibition. This is the Brick Planet, and it shows just these cute little creatures walking around. There's a hummingbird. I think I've talked about this before, where they have these intricate little designs, not only of animals, but so many other exhibits of buildings and stuff, and using them as like the little trophy figure scale, which I think is pretty cool. They've got Times Square, they have Paris, there's a 53,000 piece Empire State Building, and some interactive play areas for kids. Great way to get the family out to a museum. I love a natural history museum, and throwing some Lego with some animals and building, you've got me there as of yesterday. Lego's going to be joining the blind bag box industry here, where they're going to be doing some Technic blind builds, where there's these small boxes that have some similar Technic bricks, and well, you can build all the different features of a Technic build, such as a excavator, a truck, and I think there's a total of 6 of them. But it's the luck of the draw. You pick them up, you're going to see what you get. I don't know if that'll work. I know people do that with Lego minifigures, but now we can scan so we can see what there are. But having blind builds is a fun thing for Lego, as I already started mine with Pokemon. If you go over to my Instagram, you'll see that I did a fun little Pokemon build that has this blind build of Charizard. And I have a few more I have a lot more that I'm going to be exploring and building so that you can check those out and maybe purchase them here soon. We'll see. I'm still figuring that part out. LEGO Ideas Micro Space Exploration Challenge is live. There's 5 different challenges you can do: a 5-star ride showing a thrilling little spaceship, an off-road, off-planet vehicle, science and study using exploration, depicting scientific research, and home sweet space using survival and different habitats for it. Always fun little challenges. I don't think there's any competition for it. Just something to go out and build and be creative. The LEGO House is teasing their newest exclusive set for 2026. They posted over on X a photo of just a bunch of pieces and coming soon. I don't know. I mean, I tried to look at it. It's a bunch of different colors, so I couldn't really tell myself. The last one they did was the Lego Fabuland tribute, which was fine. It wasn't their best one, I think. It was the last one we'll see from the designer over at the LEGO House. And I'm excited to see who was picked up to do this next one and to figure out what they're going to do. I hope that they have some more deep dive into some classic stuff, and having, unfortunately, exclusive ones means that you either pay a premium to get it over here or you have to go over there and buy it yourself. I only have like 3, but I know there's quite a few. There's like 4 or 5 total. So I gotta get on those too. LEGO has presented at the Toy Fair this year, 2026, where they won the Hero Toy Awards for their Botanical and their mini build for Minecraft. The Tulip Bouquet and the mini biomes from Minecraft won this year. And as they continue to grow, literally Botanical and grow, the London Toy Fair showed that they're just going to be expanding, and the New York Toy Fair is in just under a month here. So we'll see what awards they win there. The Toy Fair's Hero Toys provides a valuable snapshot of the product's retail's belief with performing strongly over the coming year. The selection highlights the industry's commitment to innovation, value, and play-led design. So congratulations to LEGO on that win. And that's all the breaking news we have this week. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's podcast. I appreciate you all taking the time to learn about the things that LEGO is doing and listening to me ramble on about it. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to tell your friends. Just make sure to have fun with LEGO. Now we're going to move into our set reviews. Our first set is set 40713, the Japan postcard. It's 262 pieces, a 9+ rating, and 56 reviews at 5 stars at $15. It's available now. You can go and purchase that. I love their postcard ideas that they've been doing. They've been doing them for a few years. The Australian one, questionable. But the Japanese one is iconic, where it has a cherry blossom. It's got Mount Fuji in the background. They did a nice job showing the difference between a teal colored sky and then the darker blue to create that shadowing effect with some, of course, the ice, the snow on top. There's a Japanese red wooded bridge, some bamboo, and then a castle. And then it has the 2x6 where it says Japan on it, or you can replace it with the writing in Japanese. For such a small set, for the price point, and if you've traveled or are traveling to Japan, it's so cool to have something like this to build and display. I have this one as well as a few others. I think it's a perfect way to encapsulate a small build and send it to someone that's traveled there. And yeah, just fun. A really good way to capture your trip or expected trip to Japan. And now moving on to a rebrickable build, it's the DeLorean by Brickative. Not Brick Active, but ATIVE. Now, it's $7, so it's a little expensive. It's 389 pieces, and over 307 people have liked it, which is pretty cool. And what is unique about this is you're like, oh, well, it's just the DeLorean that they just built for the Back to the Future one, but it's not. There are some major changes to it where the rear section of it has the different grading to it. The slopes on the front, I think, line more up. And then the big thing is the gull wing doors. This one actually has them. They didn't cut into the windscreen piece, but The door sections do open up underneath it. Now you'd have to climb under the window, and maybe somebody will want to cut that. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. But having that as well as a minifigure of Mr. DeLorean himself, it's a fun build for anyone that's a big DeLorean fan. What a classic vehicle, and having somebody redo the one Lego did to have it just as the iconic DeLorean, I think is a great way to capture the history of the vehicle and a creative way of adapting from the design Lego's already done. Very cool, a little expensive on the instructions, especially as you still have to buy all the pieces, which, what was the average cost? I don't know if it was calculated here. It's calculated $65, so this is an expensive set. But if you love a DeLorean and you like it in the scale, well, you're going to fork out that kind of cash. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Thank you so much again for listening, and I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.